All right, this is my 5th time recording this video. I'm hoping I can get it now, but if I don't, I'm gonna have a conniption and throw this phone out the window. Actually, I'm not going to because I really like this phone. I want to talk about my reading update because I realize I haven't been posting on social media regarding reading or books or writing lately. Not that anybody has missed it, but I just want to talk about, my reading and what I've been up to, and I'll do a couple more videos. I don't know if I'm going to be setting up my tripod or camera or studio lights anytime soon, just because it's a pain in the ass getting everything set up. So for now, I'm just going to do this kind of TikTok, YouTube format kind of thing. But let's get into it. First book I want to talk about is With a Little Luck. This is the sequel to Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. This is a summer romance contemporary young adult book set at a coastal town, or in a coastal town, and there's a lot of like Beatles and music references, and this is one of the cutest stories or duologies I've read. I'm biased because it's Marissa Meyer, and y'all know how I feel about Marissa Meyer. I absolutely love this duology. This book I actually like more than Instant Karma. I really like Jude as a lead character. I really like the D&D references. I really love the setting. I really love everything about, Jude and Prue's relationship, and just, I really enjoyed this book so much. So I gave this one a 5 out of 5. Next is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the series, and I'm not vibing with this series. I really love the first book. I really like the second one. This one was torture to get through. It wasn't a bad book by any means, but it was just like, I wasn't vibing with it. I wasn't vibing with, Feyre and Reese's relationship. Halfway through, I was just like, get it together. Tamlin was pissing me off. Nesta, I wanted to throw her, not even into the cauldron, but just over a cliff. I just cannot stand her. Elaine, I kind of have a soft spot for Elaine. Cassian, I really like him. Lucien, not my favorite character, but not necessarily a character that I can't stand. I really do like him. The world is interesting. The lore with the Fae and the courts are really cool. But other than that, no. This book I gave a 2 out of 5, I think. But other than that, just wasn't. I'm not looking forward to Court of Silver Flames, if I'm to be honest, but I'm going to continue because I really like Sarah J. Maas. I really love Throne of Glass, and I'm actually about to dive into the Crescent City series. So that's on my to-be-read list right now. But Court of Thorns and Roses, I'm very upset that I don't like it. Next is Archenemies, also by Marissa Meyer. This is the sequel to Renegades. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I'm really loving this series. It's a beautiful superhero trilogy. It reminds me of Sky High and Avengers and Teen Titans and Justice League, that kind of thing. I really am enjoying it. I really love the lore between Renegades and what are the villains called? The Anarchists. I really love that. I also really love Nova and Adrian's relationship. I really love Oscar and Ruby. Simon and Max and all the other characters. I really am enjoying the series. So I gave this one a 5 out of 5. This is easily the nastiest story I have read. This is 100% Match by Patrick C. Harrison III. This novel, short story, was the nastiest thing I have read in a long time. And I will not reread this book. I will not read anything like this book ever. I had to go bleach my eyeballs after I read this book. It was very disturbing, and I don't recommend this book if you don't like nasty things. So I gave this one a 0 out of 5. But funny enough, it's not a bad book. It's just fucking disgusting. Next was Sal and Gabi Fix the Universe by Carlos Hernandez. Quite a jump, right? And this is the sequel to Sal and Gabi Break the Universe. This is a fun children's middle grade fantasy sci-fi series. It's not necessarily one of my favorites, but it is fun to read, like an adventure middle grade. That sort of gives me the same feeling of like, oh, I miss the days when I was this age group reading Percy Jackson or Harry Potter. I really think that this is a really good starter series for kids who want to get into reading. This is a really good duology. I gave each book, I think, either 3 or 4 stars. Not a bad series, but not necessarily one of my favorites. Then I have Better Together by Christine Riccio. This was a DNF. 35% in, I said, you know what, fuck it, I can't do this no more. This book, what I've read, and I will not continue with this book. I will not read any other Christine Riccio novels. This was a shit show, honestly. It was not funny. It was not written well. The characters are just so flat. And the jokes, I know I just said it wasn't funny. The jokes were just so pathetic. The comedy was pathetic. I understand she wanted to make Jamie or James or whatever her fucking name is. I don't even fucking care. And Siri, what she was trying to make them funny, she was not being funny at all. And then in terms of writing, how can I say it respectfully? My 10-year-old nephew writes better than this. I'm sorry. He actually does. He actually writes short stories. He actually put one out, and it actually puts this one to shame. Sorry, not sorry. This one was just a huge waste of time. I don't recommend this book at all. So, to each their own. If you guys like it, cool. But for me, it was just trash. Okay, so what I'm currently reading now is Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is the 3rd book in the Renegades trilogy. Picks up literally right after Archenemies. So I'm about 2 chapters in this one. I'm also reading House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, the 1st book of the Crescent City series, which is drastically different from A Court of Thorns and Roses and Throne of Glass. This one's like it was described as urban fantasy, as most people claimed it to be, and it does kind of read that way. It's drastically different, like I said, but we follow Bryce and Hunt, and it's, so far, I'm actually really liking it. I'm only like a chapter in. Then I'm reading Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. I have the entire trilogy on my bookshelf. I am so excited to read this book. It is I think like an Arthurian, urban fantasy kind of thing, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this, and I cannot wait to see where the trilogy goes. Alright, then I have Hooked by Emily McIntire. This is the 1st book of the Never After series, which is a series of like companion novels with that take elements from the original stories, like fairy tales or Peter Pan kind of thing. They're not necessarily retellings. It's actually really interesting. This one has like I said, elements of Peter Pan, in which we follow James Hook and Wendy, and this is like adult thriller drama. I don't know how to describe it, but it's actually really interesting and actually really good. I'm really enjoying this one. I don't necessarily think it's one of my favorites, but I can't wait to see where it goes. And obviously the rest of the series, because I have Scarred and Hexed, which I think is the next 2. I know I have Scarred. I can't think of the one after that one, but I have 2 of them. Then finally, my coworkers convinced me to get this one on my Kindle. It's Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This is the 1st book of a series. Dragons, romance, action. I will get back to you guys on this one, because I don't know how I feel at the moment. All I know is I really like Violet. And I don't know what else to say, because I'm not really that far into it, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. Alright, so that was my reading update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like and follow me on TikTok and YouTube. If you guys have any reading recommendations, let me know down below, or in the comment section. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Deuces.